Hey, what's up, guys? This is David Chase Taylor of 911truther.org. Today is November 4th, 2024. So, based on breaking news and events, it appears that CIA headquarters located beneath CERN at Lake Geneva in Switzerland is going to stage an apocalyptic natural disaster, a Cbrn-related attack, and/or World War III during the live broadcast of Monday Night Football on the night of November 4th of 2024, or the morning of November 5th, 2024. So exactly what type of attack is planned is obviously not known, but it will be predictably biological, chemical, dirty bomb, nuclear, novel airborne virus, radiological, or weaponized contagion in nature, such as anthrax, Ebola, or smallpox. There's also the chance of a electromagnetic pulse attack and or a cyber attack likely resulting in a prolonged blackout. So firstly, it's imperative to note that the CIA is planning to stage a coup d'etat in Washington, D.C. on the night of November 4th, specifically to hijack the 2024 U.S. presidential election, which is slated to take place on November 5th of 2024. As it currently stands right now, Donald J. Trump is slated to win the election in a landslide, and the CIA is hell-bent on staging a mass attack or World War III in order to hijack this election from Trump. So the date of November 4th marks exactly 1,384 days since President Biden took office. This, of course, features the pi numerology, the 3.14, which is reflected in the CIA logo, as well as the number 84, which is the birth date of one Barack Hussein Obama, who will likely return to power in the aftermath of an attack targeting Washington, D.C., during which Kamala Harris may be killed. So basically, the CIA plans on executing a redux of Operation Breaking Dawn, which is 25,000 IDF soldiers that were called up for this impending coup d'etat in America, who will likely infiltrate Washington, D.C. under the guise of a Trump-backed coup d'etat attack, which will likely result in the assassination or arrest of Donald J. Trump for alleged links or foreknowledge of the attack. That being said, starting today, November 4th, the CIA began to execute a NATO military drill entitled Operation Lightning Strike, which features 3,600 military personnel from Estonia, Sweden, US, UK, France, Czech Republic, and Finland. In Finland, and so it appears that this is logistics cover for this impending attack on Washington, D.C. There's also the realistic possibility that the CIA will stage an attack or terror event targeting Taylor Swift and or the Monday Night Football game, which I previously mentioned, which features the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Kansas City Chiefs. There's also the Lakers at the Detroit Pistons, which may suffer some sort of Iran-backed attack. The Golden State Warriors at the Washington, D.C. Wizards, which may feature a Russia-backed attack on Capital One Arena. Or Maine versus Duke in Durham, North Carolina, which may suffer a Trump-backed attack. Other plots which I've identified for the date of November 4th and the date of November 5th include, but are not limited to, a man-made asteroid or comet strike, possibly targeting Iraq or Iran or Chile and or Argentina, an Israeli cyber attack targeting Iran's nuclear program, which will result in a nuclear meltdown, a catastrophic environmental disaster, as well as World War III, a Russian-backed attack targeting the embassy of Finland in Moscow, which was recently evacuated under the guise of a vandalization attack. Considering that November 5th is Guy Fawkes Day, remember the 5th of November, it's highly likely that the CIA is going to stage anonymous-based riots targeting Washington, D.C., New York City, and or London. There's also the realistic possibility that the CIA will stage Iran-backed 9/11-style nuclear attacks targeting Washington, D.C., New York City, Haifa, Jerusalem, or Tel Aviv in Israel, and or Paris or London in Europe. There's also, the CIA is also planning on staging a Chinese drone attack targeting Los Angeles. That being said, the CIA may stage attacks targeting Argentina, Cuba, Egypt, England, Spain, Germany, Hong Kong, Holland, Indonesia, Mexico, South Africa, Singapore, and or Ukraine. In the event of a terror attack in the United States or elsewhere on the date of November 4th or the date of November 5th, it's likely going to be executed under the guise of an escalation of the Russo-Ukrainian war in Ukraine, the Israel-Hamas war in Israel and Palestine, the Israel-Hezbollah war in Israel and Lebanon, the Syrian civil war in Syria, and the Yemeni civil war in Yemen. There's also the realistic possibility that the CIA is going to stage Israel, United States, or United Kingdom-backed preemptive attack targeting Iran, Afghanistan, Iraq, Lebanon, Syria, and or Yemen, possibly also Egypt and Jordan. So obviously, this cannot be allowed to happen. Obviously the motive for this impending attack by the Switzerland, courtesy of Israel and their minions around the world, is specifically to hijack the election in the United States and to trigger a civil war in the United States, which will likely, in the event of these attacks or wars, martial law will likely be declared, U.S. troops, National Guard troops will likely be deployed, and the election will likely be postponed or canceled. So in the event that the CIA stages any sort of terror attacks, Cbrn, that's chemical, biological, or nuclear-related attacks, and or World War III on the evening of November 4th or the date of November 5th, I kindly ask that you download this video and share it with local, state, and federal law enforcement, military, and intelligence communities, as well as with local, national, and international media outlets. Peace.